Spending time shaping lives. Brought to you by Sagicor. Dr. The Honorable R. Danny Williams, a gentleman dedicated to serving his fellow Jamaicans and making Jamaica a better place.
Giving service and giving back to one's country means a great deal to me. Throughout my entire life, I've always felt that I had a responsibility to try and make Jamaica a better place for me having been here. So the idea of giving service and working for the benefit of my country has always just been part of my life. The truth of the matter is that I was exposed to a few people giving voluntary work, like my father-in-law, Lister Meir, and whom I respected and admired. I also had the personal experience where my eldest sister was Down syndrome. And as a result, throughout my entire life, I grew up being exposed to people in need of assistance of one kind or another. And my own parents, throughout their life, they set the example for me because they were always giving back. And that, I'm sure, rubbed off on me.
Dr. The Honorable R. Danny Williams has achieved much professionally. On his most outstanding achievement, he explains.
The first one, of course, would have to be leading the team that formed Life of Jamaica, because what we started was a life insurance industry, which the country has benefited from. Whatever I have been involved in at that time was the thing that really mattered to me, and I did it to the best of my ability. At the present time, the organizations that I'm affiliated with now are less than it used to be because I'm getting old. I'm involved with the Tony Thwaites Wing as a director. I'm chairman of the Jamaica College Foundation. I'm chairman of the Sagicor Foundation. I'm director of the youth. You may have heard of the youth program that Mr. Matalan started and is promoting. Those are the ones I'm currently involved in. JC means a lot to me. I believe that I owe everything that I have achieved to the education I got at JC and the exposure I got at JC and the support that I've gotten from JC past students throughout my entire life. When the opportunity came for me to give back in a really meaningful way, I did so very, very willingly. I place a lot of emphasis on youth initiatives because it is at the level of youth that opinions and character is really formed.
As chairman of the Sagicor Foundation, Mr. Williams led the team which interviewed the applicants and awarded tertiary scholarships to students for the 2015-2016 school year. He speaks glowingly about the students he met during the scholarship interview process.
All the students that came before us were excellent people. My exposure, for example, to Jamaica College has demonstrated to me so many young people who want to get ahead, but they just need the opportunity. When you've had that kind of exposure, you realize that that is the level at which we should place our emphasis. Volunteering in one shape or form or another is much more prevalent than people give it credit for. One of the most satisfying experiences in your life is to help someone who is in need of help. Help a young lady who will look you in the eye and say to you, you know, if it wasn't for this 50,000 a year scholarship you're giving me, I would not have been able to go to secondary school. And I'm going to become a doctor and take care of you in your old age. That is what they're missing. At 81, you start to think in terms of slowing down. I will continue until I die to do whatever I can with the various organizations with which I'm associated to try and help and make Jamaica a better place.
He's a fiercely loyal Jamaica College past student and has always dedicated time to the school that shaped his early life.
I can't say that any one is more important than the other. But as I said, JC has become very dear to my heart and would kind of take top of place at this time. I don't ever intend to stop working my 8 or 10 hours a day as long as I have the health to do it.
Join us next week for another episode of Spending Time Shaping Lives, brought to you by Sagicor.